Hi, I'm Emily Maddox.
Max.
Nice to meet you. Take a seat, please. How are you today?
Doing good. How are you?
Doing well, thank you. I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. I graduated from the University of Cumberland with a double major, BS in both psychology and human services. And I finally got my own little job, my own little practice here going. And I mostly see kids your age about any number of issues and whatnot. And I'd like to hear a little bit about you.
Well, just turned 10. I'm in 6th grade. Also play football.
Okay. Well, that's fun. Before we get started, I'm going to tell you about our confidentiality policies. Whatever you say will stay between us. In this room, nobody will ever hear about it unless, of course, you admit to me that you're thinking about harming yourself or harming others. And in order to protect you and whoever else, I would have to disclose that to the authorities, the appropriate authorities. But other than that, feel free to speak your mind, feel free to tell me anything, and know that it's safe with me, and I promise you can trust me. And so let's get started. First, you have to tell me what happened to your arm.
My game a couple weeks ago, I got tackled and broke my arm, so I just had surgery on
My goodness. Is it still a lot of pain?
Yeah, it's not too bad though. It's getting better.
Big hunk of equipment you got carrying around with you all the time.
Yeah, and I'm right-handed too.
Oh,
so.
no. So you're having to deal with that a little bit.
Yeah, it's...
Okay. I'm sorry. I hope it heals up real quick for you and get you back out in the field.
So I'm hoping for it.
Yeah. Because you're in the middle of the season right now,
Yeah,
aren't you?
we are.
That's really unfortunate. I'm sorry. Goodness. Okay, so you said you were in 6th grade.
Yeah.
Okay, that's awesome. Can you tell me a little bit about your classes?
Yeah. My favorite class is probably English.
English.
That's what I do the best at.
That's awesome. And what do you like about English?
I really like reading the stories.
Okay.
And learning about them.
That's awesome. Do you do any writing in 6th grade? Do you do a lot of essays?
Yeah, we've done some writing, and I really enjoy that.
Yeah. Are you a creative writer?
Yeah.
Yeah. You look like a creative writer. That's awesome. Okay. And Spider-Man, is that your favorite superhero?
Yeah,
Yeah?
definitely.
Okay. Well, there you go. That's awesome. Mine is Superman, but I won't hold that against you. Okay. Let's see. Can you tell me a little bit about your home life, about your mom and dad, any brothers and sisters?
Yeah, I have an older brother in high school. He also plays football. And so that's where I started playing. He got me into it.
I gotcha.
I have 2 little sisters. One's 7 and one's 3. So.
Wow, my goodness. That's a lot to handle for hooligans running around. Okay, so tell me about your mom and dad.
My dad works at the factory downtown, and he works a lot of hours. So.
Okay.
My mom works at home as an artist.
Okay.
And kind of sells stuff on her own on the side.
So is she like a private business owner, or is it kind of just freelance?
It's just kind of freelance, I think.
Okay. Okay, well, good. And you said your dad works a lot, so is he not around very much?
Yeah, because my mom has to take care of us, so she's home most of the time when he has to work.
Okay, my goodness, that's a lot to handle for a mom, 4 kids running around. Okay, so let's talk about your other classes. I assume that you have English, math, science, history or social studies.
Yeah, we have social studies, and then we have like PE and music too.
Right. Okay. So, how are your other classes going?
They're good. PE is one of my favorites.
Okay.
I'm not a huge fan of math or science.
Okay. Okay. So what class do you have Mr. Jones for?
He's my math teacher.
He's your math teacher. Okay. And why don't you like math? Is it?
It's hard. I don't really understand it that well.
Okay. Does Mr. Jones help you out at all?
Yeah, he tries to, but there's a lot of us in there, so it's kind of hard.
Kind of hard to get that one-on-one attention. Okay. Do you have a lot of homework in all your classes?
Yeah, well, I have math homework almost every night,
Mm-hmm.
and my other ones would have homework, but not as much as math.
Not as much as math. That's usually typically how it goes. Okay. So I read in your file that you were making straight A's, and now we seem to be slipping a little bit. Can you tell me why you think that is?
Well, I used to not play football at all, and I just started playing, so it's kind of hard for me to get my homework done.
Gotcha.
I mean, with the past couple of weeks, of course, with my arm being hurt, it's definitely been a struggle to get my homework in.
Of course it is. It's hard writing left-handed when all your life has been right-handed.
Yeah, my mom tries to help me, but she's always busy with my little sister, so.
Gotcha. Okay. Have you, has the school kind of tried to help you out with maybe pairing you up with somebody who can help you with your homework, or?
Yeah, there's been an assistant in there in class helping me to write stuff out for me.
That's good. That's very helpful. That's good. Okay. Can you tell me how you feel about Mr. Jones as a teacher or as a person?
I don't know. He's pretty good so far.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen anything. I mean, he's a good teacher.
Yeah. Do you enjoy his class at all, or?
I don't really enjoy it, but it's not too bad.
Okay. But do you dread it going?
Yeah, kind
You
of.
kind of dread it. Is it the subject, or is it the people that you're around?
It's just the subject.
Just the subject. Okay. And you said you play football.
Yeah.
Okay. Are any teachers? I know in middle school a lot of teachers help coach football.
Yeah. Mr. Jones is my football coach too.
Okay. Is he your head coach?
I think he's just one of the assistants.
Just one of the assistants. Okay.
Yeah.
So you see a lot of him outside of school.
Yeah, we have practice like 2 or 3 days a week.
Mm-hmm. Okay. How is he on the football field? Is he any different than he is in the classroom?
He likes to joke around a lot. He's pretty funny.
Pretty funny. Everybody like him, get along with him pretty well?
Yeah, most of the players do.
Okay. Tell me about the players who don't get along with him very well.
Some of them just don't like how he coaches.
How he coaches?
Yeah.
Okay, well that's going to happen in any sport. You know, some of those players aren't going to like their coach very much, so that's pretty normal. Do you like the way he coaches?
Yeah, I think he's alright.
He's
He
alright?
does an okay job.
Okay. So, I'm sure you know he's being investigated for right now, so you should have a substitute in your math class. Can you tell me a little bit about him or her?
It's her name's Miss Hewitt.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's a newer teacher, but she's pretty good.
Pretty good?
Yeah.
Do you like her?
Yeah, she explains stuff really well. I
Yeah.
understand her way better.
Way better?
Yeah.
Well, that's good. Sometimes you need to have a change up in teachers. You know, your teaching styles aren't exactly catering to every student. But it's good that you get along with her. Let's see. Have any of the students been kind of talking around school about what's going on with Mr. Jones, or?
I mean, no one's really sure what's happening. I mean, we know there's a bunch of talk. We don't really know why he's gone.
Right.
And there's been a bunch of people like that we don't know who they are, like coming and interviewing a bunch of teachers and students and stuff.
Okay, so some officials.
Yeah.
Okay. And have any teachers talked to you about anything?
No, they haven't told us anything. They don't say anything about
They
it.
don't really say much.
I don't think they're allowed to.
Okay. All right. Well, can you tell me if Mr. Jones has ever made you feel any way other than has he ever made you feel a way that any of your other teachers have not? Is there anything different about Mr. Jones when you compare him to your other teachers?
I don't know. Not really, no. It's the same.
Just about the same?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, is there anything you can think of about Mr. Jones? And you've only known him now, I guess, for about 3 or 4 months. That's as long as you've been in 6th grade.
Yeah.
And you haven't had him before because this is your first year in middle school.
Yeah.
Correct?
It's my first year there.
Okay. Your brother, did your brother go to the same middle school?
Yeah, he did.
Did he ever have Mr. Jones?
I think so.
And I assume he played football then as well, so he knew him as a coach also.
Yeah, he knows it as
Were
well.
there ever any issues then? I mean, did your brother ever say anything?
He never mentioned anything about it. I don't think he liked Mr. Jones that much, so.
Okay. Do you have any idea why?
No, I don't know why.
Okay. Was he pretty happy to get out of his class?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you know, your parents' concern is more about your grades and why they seem to be slipping and whatnot. But you did say that you just started football, and so that's very understandable. A new sport takes a lot of commitment. long practice hours and lots of homework, and it's a whole different ball game than
Yeah.
just going home and just doing homework. And it's got to be hard not having your dad around very much to kind of help your mom with that, with the workload
Yeah.
at home. So do you think that if you had to put a reason on why your grades are slipping, would you put it on football? Do you think?
Yeah, that's probably why.
Mm-hmm. Probably why.
I don't have much time to do my homework.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Do you ever stay after practice late?
Sometimes some of us stay after late and just do some more stuff in practice.
Work a little more.
Yeah.
Okay. Who stays with you?
Mr. Jones does.
Just Mr. Jones?
Yeah, the other coaches I think have something to do. So.
Okay. Have there ever been any times where you were the only one to stay after, or is it always a group of boys?
There's always a group of us.
Okay. Well, I think we've had a good first session. And I would love to see you back. I've really enjoyed talking to you. You seem like a very bright young man, very well spoken. Let's focus on maybe trying to study a little bit more. If you ever get a break during your school day, maybe sit down and open up your books and just go over the lesson of what you learned that day, or even kind of maybe reach out to your school's tutoring programs and see if maybe you could get some help during your lunchtime or something like that, or even talk to your teachers directly and say, I'm having little issues. My grades are dropping a little bit. Is there anything you can do to help me? Would you feel comfortable doing that?
Yeah, I could ask them.
Okay, great. And when we come back, we'll talk a little bit more, see how you're doing. We'll get back in about a week, and talk a little bit more about maybe your substitute teacher and how math is going a week from now, and how football's going even, and we'll get back, we'll regroup, and we'll figure out a game plan. Does that sound good?
Yeah, that sounds
Okay,
good.
wonderful. It was great to meet you, Max.
You too.
Thank you.